Connor, congratulations. You've just come through a marathon affair with Simon Whitlock. Just sum up how you feel after that one.
Do you know what? There's a little bit of me that was hoping it was going to go to sudden death, like that 2 legs all, 2 sets all. But it would have been nice to have been involved in one of those sorts of things. So I enjoy watching them. So I'm very much a fan of darts at the end of the day. So I don't mind being up there and playing in front of everyone. The chance for Simon didn't get to me or anything. I was hoping it was going to be a longer game than what it was. I was surprised I went 2-0 up, to be fair, because Simon looked so up for it. I mean, for the nearest to ball, he went, on the 9 practice darts, I think he went 8 out of 9 bullseyes for the practice darts. Luckily enough, I won the ball, but it's one of those. I'm very happy to get through it.
Why do you think the game went the way it did then? As you say, you went 2-0 up, were cruising, all of a sudden couldn't hit the side of a Renault Espace for yourself. It was struggles at time, wasn't it? But Whitlock, he came back, didn't he?
I mean, I think I was steady towards the end. I wasn't amazing, but I was very, very steady. And Simon was a lot better than what I was with his 180s and like 2 big trebles a go sort of thing. He was better than I was towards the end. But I'm very happy to get through it, and I showed a bit more of my fighting quality. Like, a lot of the games that you see me win on TV are by a large margin. I mean, other than the game I had against Gerwyn Price this year at UK Open, a lot of the games I've won on TV have been by 2 legs or 3 legs or 4 legs. Like, I've had good margins in my wins. So it's nice to know that I can battle it out on TV.
Obviously, you've just come past a legend in Simon Whitlock. Up next, Gary Anderson. Another legend this stage. Doesn't get much easier, does it?
Do you know what's really funny? I used Simon's darts to get my tour card. And me and Simon get on extremely well. We used to play each other locally and stuff like that. And I've played Simon on the Pro Tour loads of times. Me and Gary also know each other very well and play each other on the Pro Tour loads of times. So it's very similar, other than the fact, obviously, Gary's won this 2 times. But I'll look forward to it. It's nice playing someone that I know very well. And it should be a great game.
Congratulations, we'll see you in round 2.
Thank you very much.
Connor, congratulations. What goes through your mind after missing those match darts, and how do you recompose yourself in the final set to get the job done?
If I can be completely honest, I didn't realise I've missed so many match darts. I think when you're playing someone like Simon and the crowd are on his side an awful lot, I think you zone out a lot. So you go one of 2 ways when you're a dart player up there. You either go, oh no, the world's against me, or you just sort of zone out a little bit. I didn't realise I missed so many match darts. Like, I wasn't aware. I would have very much liked the 9 darter in that last leg though. That would have been nice.
The game against Gary Anderson, there's people that have so much aura on that stage, so much history. Gary is one of them. Is it important for you not to get drawn into playing Gary Anderson in that mental aspect and just trying to be yourself up there?
I think I'm very lucky in my attitude towards the game. A lot of people aren't built like I am. Like, I very much take every opponent the same. If they have a tour card, if they've played professional darts, I treat everyone the same. There's no reason why, if I played number 128 tour card holder in the world, they're not going to play any different than what Simon would have played today. I'm lucky where I respect everybody and I treat everyone like it's someone that's at the top of the sport, because everyone's capable of that in this system.
I remember talking to you a little while ago that you said it hadn't been a great season, but now qualifying for the Grand Slam and the way you did, you came through that, getting into round 2 here, as you've just turned an average or below average season into a very good season.
I mean, I after the Grand Slam, I've done a lot of reflecting on that, and the season wasn't that bad. I didn't qualify for Players' Championship finals, but standard-wise, there's a lot of players in that Players' Championship finals that would have been happy to play how I played all year. So it's very much taking myself away from that qualification and realising I averaged 93, near enough 94 for the year, which is a very good standard by anyone's measurements. I feel like I've performed well. The results just haven't gone my way, so I've got to start trying to make the results go my way. Thank you, Phil.
Connor, well done on the win. You mentioned there about taking a step back and actually reassessing your year. Do you think there are times where you have been potentially a bit too hard on yourself, and maybe that's something you're going to change going forward?
Oh, 100%. I'm my own worst critic. That's why I practice so hard and I practice so long. I mean, a lot of people know that I practice like 7-8 hours a day sort of thing. I've cut it down recently just to sort of make sure I'm fresh for this in case it did go a long format and stuff like that. I try and treat it like it is a hard graft sport, if that makes sense. But no, I try my best wherever I can, and I try not to be too hard on myself. But I'm the only, without putting it another way, I'm the only person that can say whether I'm playing well or not, if that makes sense. Because I know what I have in the locker, and I know what I don't have in the locker. So I know if I'm playing bad. I know if I haven't prepared properly. So that's all on me. So I know this season I tried my best, and it just didn't go my way in some games. So I have to take a step back and realise it's just one of those things, and then move on and keep trying to build on myself. But if you look at my average over the last few years, I'm better than what I was a few years ago. Every year I'm a little bit better. Whether the results go my way or not, the statistics back my form up, which is nice.
You said some really interesting stuff to me at the Grand Slam when you were talking about when you feel a bit nervous, you kind of bring out your aggression more because you feel like it combats it up there on the stage. We perhaps didn't see that as much in this game as I was expecting to because of that conversation. Just another word on that. Is that something you feel you might need later in rounds, or what are your thoughts on that?
Potentially. I think if you look at the last leg that I won, I think I was a lot more aggressive there. When I went back-to-back 180s to start with the first 6 darts, I think I was a lot more aggressive there, and I think that helped me to get over the line in the end. I think that was a telling factor, because I didn't feel nervy for the whole game, really. It was more so learning to deal against a crowd that was against you a little bit, because I've not had the experience of playing against in front of a few thousand people against someone that is as popular as Simon Whitlock. So it's one of those. I think it stands me in good stead, though. So it's a lot of experience for me, because I am fairly new.
So do you think that is something you could potentially see a change in stage persona for you, where you bring out that aggression more, or do you like it as a sort of back pocket? You know, it's there.
I think it's more of a back pocket thing, because I like to show my opponents the best of respect. I like having fun with the crowd and stuff as well. I like trying to entertain. When I hit a 180, I try and G them up and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's all about showing respect to your opponent, because they're going through the same things you are. They're away from their family. They're trying to earn their living. So you've got to show the best of respect that you can to your opponent.
Thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Connor. When you went 2-0 up and then missed those 4-match darts, did you expect such a comeback from Simon? Because he then found another gear there and started to really put some good run together there.
Of course, Simon is extremely experienced. Whether he's been in form for the last couple of years or not, Simon's got a great amount of experience on his side. So I expected Simon to come back extremely strong. As soon as I thought it, I expected Simon to come back. There wasn't a bit of me that didn't expect him to, because Simon is absolute quality.
And your recent run at the Grand Slam, has that given you the confidence going into this tournament? Because, like you say, your form hasn't been where you wanted it to be result-wise, but the Grand Slam, you really got a good experience out of that, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, it was a bonus for me doing better than what I did last year in the Grand Slam. Qualifying for one, which was good. I mean, I think a few years ago, before I made my Grand Slam debut, I lost in the final game to Damon Hetta, and I missed match darts to get through. So in this time, when I had to play a qualifier, I got through, which is one bonus. And then I played the Grand Slam in its entirety, and I made it out the group, which is another bonus. So I'm getting slightly better each year, which is great for me. Just little stepping stones is all you can ask for sometimes.
And Gary Anderson next. And Gary, whenever he talks about you, he always talks about you in really glowing terms, and he rates you very highly. How good is that to hear from such an esteemed person in the game as Gary?
It's lovely, because Gary is my hero. Like, I used Gary Anderson darts years ago when I was coming up through sort of county youth and things like that. Like, it's the most famous number in my phone contacts. Like, I get on with Gary extremely well, and we both have the utmost respect for each other. So I hope we both have a great game against each other. It'd be nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.